Children, they are our future, but many times their lives are put in direct jeopardy by the very people who should protect them and ensure that their well-being is secure. For decades, children have been subjected to harsh living conditions, whether by inheritance or by criminal elements who prey on them. But today, and for the next few days, their plight is being discussed with a view to improving their opportunities for success and for their protection from sexual and other offenses. Relevant organizations whose responsibilities are to ensure better lives for our future leaders are gathered in an assembly dubbed State of the Nation Children's Conference, and the topics range from financial support to sexual offenses. According to a study recently conducted by UNICEF, there are many areas showing improvement and many others that need it.
The study is reflecting positive gains in a number of areas, in education, in health. Excellent gains, in fact, we will learn soon because new data will also accompany the CTAN in our multi-indicator cluster survey, but also even in some areas of protection. The issue is that it's quite a complex action to ensure that all of the standards set at the international level are incorporated in domestic legislation, and therefore still some work needs to be done, particularly in the area of protection.
The area of protection in which our children have been ruthlessly exploited for personal and commercial gains is sexual abuse. It is an area that the government has sought to tackle head-on.
2 weeks ago, Cabinet had approved a plan for us to reform the criminal code. And that is a positive effort that we're doing, because we recognize that even though we have some statutes on the book, what people are looking forward to is for more stringent measures in terms of when we catch the perpetrators, that we are able to have them pay for the crime that they commit.
But in order to get child abusers to pay for their offenses, there needs to be more than just stiffer penalties. With it comes the need to enhance the authority that deals with convicting the perpetrators.
I may not all be familiar with what is going on within the DPP's office, but what I know is that all the necessary resources are being made available, because we recognize that conviction rate is a problem for us in this country. And it is our responsibility to ensure that we go after these perpetrators to the full extent of the law.
But how exactly does the policy evolve from the pages on which they are printed to becoming effective? Chair of the National Committee for Families and Children, Brenda Armstrong, says the struggle starts from home.
If I am a parent, I make sure, male or female, there's something that says that when you're a female, you're more a parent than a male. No, that's not true. So once you're a parent, you start fulfilling your responsibilities. And then it goes from the individual level to the system.
Ms. Brenda, this is not a curveball thrown at you, but we're talking about the protection of children. And only in the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've had two incidents at school, 2 different schools, one at primary and one at a tertiary or a high school, where a student stabbed another student in both cases. Are you looking at situations like those so that children also have the protection from other children who are violent as well?
In meetings like this, we would help as best as we can to provide the framework. For instance, what can institutions do?
Searches?
I think people go directly to searches as a way of ensuring that safety, but I would want to say that that is not the only answer. For instance, conflict resolution skills are perhaps a more direct way, because if the student as an individual does not see arming themselves as a way of responding to the challenges they face in terms of anger, then the incidents of such as the type we have just witnessed would not take place.
As part of the effort to discourage crime and violence against children, evidence gathering is another avenue being looked at in order to strengthen the investigative mechanism in the fight to protect them. Reporting for Love News, I am Marian Ali.